But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.
Okay, let me start off with the concept now. Our first concept is what is HTML. HTML stands for HyperText Markup Language and it is used to build a web page. HTML is a markup language. It is not a scripting language, nor it is not a programming language. They'll say HTML is a markup language. It is not a scripting language, nor it is not a programming language. Why do they used to say like this? So we call HTML as a markup language because in HTML is a markup language. Why we call this HTML as a markup language means we will be using set of symbols. Okay, here we will be using some set of symbols to define your HTML tags. That's the reason we call it as a markup language. Okay, we will not going to write, if it is scripting language means like JavaScript means you will be writing some set of scripts. Okay, and if it is programming language means you will be writing what I can say 1,000 lines of codes you will be writing. You'll be having some set of codes, logics, you will be writing that. But here in HTML, it's a markup language because you will be writing some set of symbols and attributes. That's the reason we call it as it's a markup language. What kind of symbols we will be using means we will be using this kind of symbols. Okay, so this and all I will explain in a while. Don't worry about that. So basically in HTML, we will be using some set of symbols. That's the reason we will call this HTML as a markup language. Okay, so we will not call it as a script language because we are not going to write any script and we are not going to write any coding also. Okay, so that's the reason we will call it as a scripting. We will call it as a markup language. It is not a scripting language nor a programming language. So basically markup is nothing but you will be using some set of tags and attributes. That set of tags and attributes, basically it will be defined with the help of these symbols only. Okay, so tags and attributes will be there in HTML. So that is a very important functionality I can say in HTML. I will explain that also. We have that concept also, see. Okay, we have that concept also, HTML tags and attributes. So that also I will explain. Don't worry about that. Now just be thorough with this one. So HTML is a markup language because we will be using some set of tags and attributes. That set of tags and attributes, it will be using the symbols. Okay, so everything will be interconnected to each other. So that you will be learning in the next topics. Okay, next part. Next they are saying that HTML is used to define the structure of the content in a web page using a well-defined constraints such as tags and attributes. Okay, once again I'll explain. HTML is used to define the structure of the content in a web page using a well-defined constructs such as tags and attributes. So basically we have a fundamental what I can say fundamental building block. I can say tags and attributes are nothing but they are like fundamental building block. With the help of tags and attribute only, you are going to define the content, everything whatsoever you are going to do in your HTML, everything you are going to do with the help of tags and attribute only. Okay, when it comes to programming language, you will be having a set of codes and there will be some set of procedure also. You will be following that one. There will be header, there will be footer, and middle you will be writing a body. Likewise, in HTML also, you will be having some set of tags and attributes. Okay, you are going to define everything with the help of tags and attribute only. So that like whatever the thing, like if you want to do some animation or whatsoever you wanted to do in HTML, that will be done with the help of tags and attribute. And if you want to define the structure of the content in a web page means you are going to do with the help of tag and attribute only. So basically this is tags, guys. I'll just give you a small example so that you will not get confused more until you are getting the topic. See, so with the help of this angular bracket, inside this you will be writing one HTML element. Okay, so this is what technically we call it as tags. Okay, see, you will be having, okay, you will be using this angular bracket. Okay, there will be an angular bracket, opening and closing angular bracket. Between this you will be writing a HTML element. This is a HTML tag now. Okay, comprised of these two things we call it as a tag. we have many tags in HTML to perform different functionalities. To give a title to your web page, you will be having one tag. To define a body of your web page, you will be having one tag. To bold your text, you have one tag, and to make your text italic, one tag. To add the image in your web page, you have some tag. So likewise, you have many tags in HTML. Okay, opening and closing tags you have. Clear now? Not much, but still little bit clear. So tags are nothing but you will be having your opening and closing angular bracket. Between that, you will be writing one HTML element. It depends upon the functionality or the thing which you wanted to do. So like if you want to give a title, you will be writing a title tag here. If you want to add an image, you will be writing EMG. If you want to bold any text, you will be writing B tag. If you want to make any text big, means you will be writing a big tag. Like that, you will be writing this HTML element will be differing. Okay, it will differ from tags to tags which you are using. But the technically opening and closing of angular bracket along with one HTML element inside, we call it as tags. Okay, we calling it as tags. And this opening class will be having a following closure tags. Okay, this opening tag will be having a followed closing tag. So once you open that tag, after the functionality, you have to close that tag. This is what the tag means. Okay, Muskan is asking, can we use more than one tag in one line? Yes, you can use. You can nest that we call it as nested tags. I'll show you that example also, Muskan. In further examples, I'll show you that also. So now let me start off with this. Okay, like this, as I said, we have many tags to perform many operations. If it is a web page or a website, means you will be having a many operations to be done, right? Animation, image, background, heading, paragraph, like this many operations are there. So for all these different operations, start with the next one. So we got to know that HTML is basically depends everything on tags and attributes only. HTML is nothing but you have to imagine it's a tags and attributes. Okay, so everything you are going to perform with the help of tags and attribute only in HTML. If you want to do anything, you are going to go with tags and attributes. So now let me go with the next concept, that is creating a HTML page. How to create HTML page? How to create a HTML page? Okay, combination of many HTML page will come to the website. Okay, combination of many HTML page will be comprised of a website. So the one HTML page is not equals to one website. Okay, in a one website you will be having many HTML pages. So now we are going to learn how to create a HTML page first. In your like UI UX training, you will be creating one website. There I will be helping you in creating a HTML pages. Creating a website and all you are going to learn in your training period. Okay. So now let me start with this. Creating a HTML page. An HTML page is a single file that contains HTML code which can be interpreted and displayed by web browser. Okay. Basically, the HTML page is a single file, not a single page, single file I'm saying. Okay. That is going to contain all the HTML code. Okay. That is going to contain all the HTML code which can be interpreted and displayed by web browser. Okay. Basically, whatever the code that you are going to write in your HTML code page, it will be understood by the web browser. Like means basically it will be interpreted and understood by the web browser, and then only you will get the what I can say output, expected output. Yes, still now we don't have a replacement for this language. Still now I can write it in one page and I can give it to you. Still now we don't have any replacement language for HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, we have advanced concepts in this specific technology only, but still except this language we don't have any replacement language. Till now we don't have any replacement language for this HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So we have for the backend like C after C++, C++ after Java, Python, many things, lot more things are there. But when it comes to front end, till now no one found like a replacement for these languages. Why? Because these are the languages understood by the web browser. Like as these are the language which is understood by a web browser. So that's why till now there is no replacement for this language only. Okay, so basically HTML is a single file that is going to contain all the HTML code or the CSS, whatever the linking files you will be having. So everything will be contained by the HTML file, and next that will be interpreted and displayed by web browser. So basically it will be understood by the web browser, and the web browser is going to give you the result. Okay, and next one, an HTML file can be created using any text editor or code editor such as Notepad, Visual Studio Code, etc. Okay, you can create your HTML file using any text editors or code editor. Text editor means your Notepad. You can use your Notepad, and code editor means like some integrated development environment software like Visual Studio Code you can use, Sublime Text you can use, Autumn you can use, Notepad++ you can use. So all this software you can make use for this HTML file creation. Okay, HTML will be supported with all kind of text editor and the code editor. The only thing is you have to save with the .html extension that I'll explain in next slide. So, but it is possible with any text editor or the code editor, I can say. So, but the Visual Studio Code is the best one, I can say. And next slide, it says in a code editor, create a new file, write some HTML code and save it with the file name and .html extension. So now understood clearly, in the code editor, you have to create a new file. And inside a new file, you will be writing some HTML code. And then when you're saving that file, here is the important property, or here is the important thing which is going to occur now. When you're saving your file, first you have to give your file name. You can give anything like demo or the session or HTML, any name. If you want, you can give your name Vivek, Dhananjay, whatever the name you want, you can give the name. But when you're at the last, it should have .html extension. Okay, so prefix you can do anything, but at the suffix means at the last there should be a .html extension to notify it as a HTML file. Okay, so once you save that file as .html extension, the browser will understand, okay, this is a HTML file, and the code which is written inside this file we have to consider as a HTML, and will give the output. This is how the basically things will work. Okay, next one, make sure the extension is correct, otherwise web browser will not be able to pass the file. Means you have to make sure the extension you are giving a proper extension, .html only you are giving. Otherwise, if you give some other thing like .ht, .htm, this kind of extension if you give now, it will not able to pass the file. Means it will not understand basically it's a web browser file. So it will simply create some text file or some other file which is not a usable one. Okay, see, I'll just show you what I'm trying to say now. Let me save this file only. Okay, this is a notepad. Just imagine you have written some HTML code. So just go to file, save as. Let me save it in this folder. Okay, just a second, I have something here. Let me delete so that you will not confused. Okay, so now I'm just saving in this folder HTML demo. So here you can give the name as demo. The very important thing is here you have to give .html. Okay, you have to give here .html. This is more important. Okay, okay. So now just save this file. So now I'll just open that file, guys. Just have a look. HTML demo. See, the website has been created now. If I open this, I'm getting a Google symbol. Sorry, Chrome symbol, right? It's meaning that it has created a website. So just ignore this, but it has created a website now. So now the structure has been created. Let me delete all this content. Now the structure has been created. The next part is I can add some content. I can style that. I can do anything, whatever I want. That is the next case. But now the website has been created. Still, I didn't connect it with the server or not, but my website is created now. Right? Getting what I'm trying to say now? Extension should be proper. See, now I'll just save another file with like I'll not give the proper extension now. File, save as, and here let me give the name as session dot ht. I'll give only this much and I'll save. Okay, let me see in the file manager, in this folder. See, now the website been created, text file. Text file has been created. Can you see the file type? Text document has been created. See, that's why they are saying that make sure the extension is correct. Otherwise, web browser will not be able to pass the file. This is what they are trying to say now. Now understood what I'm trying to explain? Okay, answer on creating a HTML, blank HTML page that we have seen now. Now let me move on to the next concept. So now let me start off with basic HTML page. So basic HTML page is nothing but if you take any HTML page, any website, these are the basic tags which will be there in all the website. Whatever might be the website, even it is a gaming website or it might be shopping, e-learning, or some betting website will be there, or the whatever the like many website, whatsoever the website is. If you take all kind of website, all the website will be having this basic tags. This is a basic to basic. Everyone must and should have this one, right? Like how we will say for the people, some basic sense has to be there. Basic sense everyone will be having, right? Like that. These are the basic tag every website must have, and it will be having, because these are the basic foundation. If this is not there, nothing will work properly. Okay. So now these are the basic things. Now I will explain each and everything. Okay. So to write a HTML page, first you need to understand the basic structure of an HTML page. The code below shows the basic HTML page. These are the basic HTML page. Okay. So we have many tags here. So what are this? What all this? What we call this technically? What we used to call all these things technically? These are nothing but tags and attributes. Okay. So to write a HTML page, first you have to understand the basic to basic things. Why we have to write this tag? What is the functionality of this tag? All these things you have to understand. So the code below shows the basic HTML page. Means this one only. So first we have a doc type HTML tag. HTML lang is equals to en. And next head tag, meta tag. These two are the meta tags. And functionalities are different. I'll explain that. And title tag, head tag closed. And again body tag we have, correspondingly they have closed the body tag and HTML tag. So now let me start off with the first tag. So I said, right, we will be having a many tags, not only a one tag. So we will be having a many tags to perform different operations. So like that, these are the basic tags. Except this, still you have many tags. Okay. So these are the basic one, and the next, based on the requirement, we have some other tags. So now the first line. In the first line, we have a doc type declaration which tells the browser that what document type to accept. Okay. So wait, I'll just show this one. Let me make you more clear. So what is tags? Tags is nothing but it's like a piece of markup language. I'll just say it's a piece of markup language used to indicate start or beginning and end of an HTML element. And again, I can say like this also. HTML tags, it will convert HTML tags helps the web browser to convert HTML document to the web page. So yes, HTML tags are nothing but it's like a piece of markup language. Why I will call it as a piece of markup language means you are going to use the symbol, markup symbols, right? That's why I call this tags as a piece of markup language used to indicate beginning and end of HTML element. Okay, you'll be having a beginning and end. This one, beginning. Let me enlarge this. This is what beginning and end. Okay, every HTML tag will be having a corresponding closing tag. Okay, few tags will not be having, that I'll explain. So, but every HTML tag will be having a closing HTML tag. Okay, so HTML tags are nothing but it's a piece of markup language used to indicate beginning and end of an HTML element, and HTML tag helps the web browser to convert the HTML document into HTML web page, right? This is what the main thing the tag is going to do now. Okay, this tag is having a capacity or capability to convert your HTML document to the web page. Okay, it will convert your HTML document to the web page. How it will get converted? When you view your whatever the file in your web browser, it will just display it in a browser format. It will just display in a website format. So to display that in a web browser format, or to display that in a web page format, it is going to help. Okay, so this tag is the one which is going to help to convert your HTML written document into the web page. This is the one which is doing this functionality. That's the reason you will be like, if your HTML document will be converted into web page. Okay, with the help of tags only. You have many tags in HTML. So, and technically we call this HTML tag means because of this only. Okay, you will be having, so angular brackets will be there, and inside that you will be writing one HTML element. Okay, you will be having an angular bracket, opening and closing angular bracket. Inside that you will be having one HTML element. Okay, whatsoever it might be. It might be HTML, or it might be title tag, head tag, body tag, whatsoever it might be. But this one technically we call it as tags. Okay, so it will just look like this. Definition of this tag is this one, but the appearance of this tag is like this. Now understood? Definition is this one, appearance is this one, right? So we can define one person, they look very beautiful, they are very handsome, like that we will define. But to be practically, when you saw them or when you see their photo, you will understand, right, how they are exactly. So this is how, this is the definition of the tag. Now this is the like practical appearance, I can say. Okay, so practical appearance is nothing but there will be an angular bracket. Inside this angular bracket, you will be having one HTML element. Okay, that is what we call it as tags. So now after understanding this one, you can just read out this one, you will understand very clearly. So tags are the piece of markup language used to indicate beginning and ending of the HTML element. The tags helps the web browser to convert HTML document to HTML web page. Let me start explaining this one. So as I said, we have many tags in a HTML. So this is one of the tags, the first line. Okay, in the first line, we have a doc type declaration which tells the browser what document type to expect. Okay, so basically this doc type declaration, doc type HTML is the first tag, very first tag. Okay, so what is the use of writing this tag means? It will just say doc type means document type. Okay, you will be writing one exclamatory mark. So some people might ask, like, why this is like this, why we have to write like this only? It's I cannot give answer anything like that, because the one who has developed, no, he has given this structure. So based on the criteria, or based on the whatever the configuration he had at that time, he has given some structure. Okay, so there is some structure, you have to follow that structure everywhere, guys. If you in a software industry, basically if you go anywhere, in any whatever I can say, in any department, so someone has already created that one. Simply you will just explore that, and you will just try to create a new thing based on the like current generation, I can say. Okay, everywhere they have already prepared something. Okay, it's already there, but the thing is, you will be exploring based on your generation or based on your requirement. Okay, so someone has already created that one. So now you will be just exploring that one. Okay, so now this doc type declaration is nothing but it's a document type. It will tell document type HTML. Document type is HTML. So basically this doc type declaration, it is going to tell to the web browser this document is of HTML. Okay, so the functionality of this doc type is to inform to the web browser this document is of HTML. Okay, that is what we have written here also. Okay, it will just inform to the web browser, See, whatever they have written inside this folder or inside this file, it is of HTML code. It is of HTML code. So just consider this as a HTML code and give the output. This is what it is going to say. Okay. And Muskan is saying that if you don't have a right doc type and just to save with the extension, does it will make any difference? So now just concentrate on this one. Doc type declaration HTML is nothing but basically it is going to inform to the web browser what kind of document it is or what kind of document to accept. Okay. So that is all about the first line. Next one. It says there are several doc types available in HTML. The one used below is HTML5. So like in HTML also we have many versions like HTML1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now we have HTML5. It is the latest version. Okay. It's the latest version which we are having in each and every web browser. By default, all the web browsers will be having HTML and that we have is HTML5. Okay. So the latest one is HTML5. And next tag. Our next tag is then we have a root HTML tag. The code we write needs to be between opening and closing HTML tag for the browser to understand. This lang is equals to en is nothing but it's an attribute. Okay. So we know tags and attributes are the fundamental building blocks of an HTML. Okay. So now what you might be, you got to know about the tags now. Now what is attribute? Attributes are nothing but it's an additional information which we are going to provide for our HTML element. So now we have an attribute, right? Tags and all, you guys are very clear now, right? About tags, what is tag and all, you are clear. So next is we have an attribute. So attribute is nothing but it's an additional information which you are going to give it to your HTML element. Or I can say it's like a controller of the behavior of HTML. Okay. So now always the attribute will appear in the form like this. It's like name, value, pair. It will always appear like name, value, pair. Since there is two things, we will be calling it as pair. So we have a root HTML tag. That code we write needs to be between opening and closing of HTML tag for the browser to understand. So this is we are clear with this tags. But attributes are nothing but we are going to give this attribute just to provide extra information to our HTML element. Okay, it will always appear in the form of name, value, pair. So there will be some name, and for that name we will be giving some values. Okay, we will be giving some value. Since they both are there, we will call it as pair. Okay, so here what extra information we are going to provide, and what extra information we are providing now? Lang is equals to en means language is equals to English. We are saying that language is equals to English. By default, browser knows that it is English, but still we are giving one extra information because it should not take some other regional language or any language. Again, it will lead to some collision and all, but still we are just defining HTML lang is equals to English. Okay. And next up, we have next tag, that is head tag. What is head tag? Head tag contains the information about the HTML page we are writing. So basically this head tag, it is going to contain the information about the page. Okay. So what is this information about the page? Okay, our Satyam says when you will open your website on a tag, show the name what you have write in a tag. Okay, look, basically you are trying to say that it is going to show this one. See, whatever the information you have in your page. Basically, this is the what I can say. First point, it is going to give the information about your website. This website is all about this thing. You are going to give it your website name in your web tab. That is what it tag means. Yes. Inside that you will be writing all the information. Yes, correct. Our Utkarsh also says HTML head is defined by the head tag. Yes, we used to use head tag for this. Head tag contains the information about the HTML tag we are writing. HTML page we are writing. So basically it contains the information about the page. Okay. So see here I have meta character set is equals to UTF-8. meta name is equals to viewport, content is equals to width is equals to device minus width, initial scale is equals to 1.0, and next title is equals to HTML title. Okay, so this I have a meta tag. So meta tag is nothing but information about the data. Okay, definition of the meta is nothing but information about the data. So what is that information about the data means? Our website itself is a data, and again it is going to contain some more other information or some other data, I will say. See, website itself is a data. If you take any e-learning company, that specific website will be having some more information about their website. If it is something blog, like if they are writing a blog on blogs on latest technology or about the fruits, flowers, many kinds of blogs we have, or about the celebrities, or the latest whatever it might be, latest trends, or related to weather, or related to current affairs. So everything which depends upon the website which they have. So basically website itself is a data, and that data is going to contain some more data, means based on their website they are going to they will be having some more information. That is what metadata means. So here I have meta character set is equals to UTF minus 8. So this UTF minus 8 is nothing but it's a online method. Okay, UTF minus 8 is nothing but it's a online method which is used to convert all the typed characters into machine readable format. So it's like a pseudonym or the surname it is having. Okay, just imagine like this. Head means like it will be like triple ones. Okay, it is having a triple one. So this head will be converted into triple one. So now the browser understand, okay, they have written head tag. So they will understand, and then it will give the output. So all the typed codes inside your HTML document will be converted into machine readable format, and then only you will get the proper output. Because machine will not understand our language, guys. It will not understand Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, whatever it might be, our regional languages we have, it will not understand. All these things will be converted into machine readable format. Okay, so for converting that, this is the method which is going to help us. This is an online method, okay, which is going to help us for doing this duty. Okay, then fine. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Just a quick info, guys. Intellipaat provides full stack web development course in collaboration with ENICT IIT Guwahati. The course link of which is given in the description below.